of Roker Radio, Al Roker Jr. Thank you for joining me as always as the days tick away in summer. I know the Chicago Public Schools went back this week. A lot of the schools are back. Had the Chicago Public Schools gone back 2 weeks before Labor Day when I was going to school, there would have been a revolt. I would have revolted, that's for sure. I always looked forward to that after Labor Day return to school. But yes, it seems like the summer is ticking away, but we still have some great summer events coming up, not only in the summer, but for the rest of the year. And I know how much you people are missing, those events. It's been a couple of years since, we've gone out, we've been with other people, and we've gone to like these gatherings, and they're starting to come back. Joining us right now from Green Curtain Events, Nick Pobutsky. He looks like he's a very busy man, Nick. It looks like a beautiful mind behind you in the background there. You got so much stuff going on. It's great to have you back. Welcome back to Roker Radio, bro.
Thank you. It's been a while. I thought about erasing it, but
no,
all of this is way too important for me to let it go. So, but I do appreciate the comment and noticing.
Right off the side of the screen, there's just like a little game of hangman going on or something like that, right?
That's the other whiteboard. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Well, Nick's got a bunch of events coming up. But first and foremost, one of the best events in the city, one of my favorite events to go to every year, and it's back for the first time since 2019. It's going to be at Navy Pier Labor Day weekend. So that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's the Great American Lobster Fest. The Great American Lobster Fest. Now, you've heard me talk about this in the past. You've heard me talk about it on the Slob Show, where we talk about that buffet at Bally's where you can get the lobster tails and things of that nature. This is a great event if you have champagne tastes, but a beer budget, because lobster is one of those things you want to make sure you're getting them fresh. They can be pricey. And if you go to a really good restaurant in Chicago, you're going to pay big prices for your lobster. If you go to the Great American Lobster Fest, not only can you get a fantastic lobster meal, but you can get other different sides that are made with lobster as well. This is really the best bang for your buck. But Nick, you're the man. You're here for a reason. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Great American Lobster Fest? How did this thing get started? What was the first? When was the first Lobster Fest?
Yeah, it has been a while, and it feels so good to be back. It started in 2014, and it was something we had wanted to do for a while, a festival with seafood, and we were trying to find the right landmark where we could host this in Chicago. And we happened to have a meeting with directors from Navy Pier about something else. And just in conversation, we mentioned we're working on a festival for showcasing seafood, and we were going to call it Lobster Fest. Well, Lobster Fest was actually already copyrighted, but we were eyeing 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
And so we came up with the Great American Lobster Fest. Well, our friends at Navy Pier informed us that 4th of July on the pier is just too crazy as is.
Absolutely.
But why don't we take a stab at something later on in the summer, which gave us a little bit more lead up time to prepare, which in the event world is huge. We never have enough minutes. So we're on the clock right now for this year's festival, but it did happen in 2014. We've been gracious enough to be invited back every year since, barring the pandemic.
Sure.
So the Lobster Fest has been dormant since 2019. And now after 3 summers, we are back. We are back in 9 days. As you mentioned, Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, for 3 days of fresh seafood. We feel it's the city's freshest seafood since it comes in every single morning, flown in from the East Coast to O'Hare, brought directly to the pier loading docks, and then out to our tents.
Okay, now you make a fantastic point there, because the first thing that would come to my mind if I'm thinking Lobster Fest, Chicago, there are no lobsters in Lake Michigan. Chicago's not going to be the place to get the freshest lobster, but you are guaranteed to be getting the freshest lobster when you go to the Great American Lobster Fest. And believe me, I've had lobsters in Chicago at restaurants. Normally, they're going to be frozen because we're in Chicago. I've had lobsters that I've bought, you see them on sale at Jewel or whatever, Lobster Tail, whatever. They're frozen. You don't know how long they've been frozen for. And then we did a broadcast. This is years ago, but we did a broadcast from the Sam Adams Brewery in Boston. And we went out to dinner the first night and had lobster. And I went, oh, now I get it. This is what lobster's supposed to taste like. It's like I equate the first time I had actual East Coast fresh lobster to the first time I actually was in Texas and had brisket. I'm like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about. So when you go to the Great American Lobster Fest, you are, as you say, getting the freshest lobster possible, being flown in from the East Coast straight to Navy Pier, straight to your plate.
Exactly. And these lobsters are flown in live. So they arrive to our docks live still from that morning from the East Coast. Now, the provider that really helps us get this done is LobsterGram. They've been our official seafood provider for 3 years now. It's a great group to work with. And so if you want lobster sent to your home or sent to a loved one, we highly endorse them, obviously, since we've been working with them for so long.
They're still a fantastic business. I've known Dan the Lobster Man. He recently sold it, actually, probably just right on time, right before the pandemic, actually. But I've known Dan the Lobster Man for many, many, many years and have been using LobsterGram for many, many, many years. And I highly recommend, if you have a thank you gift that you want to send somebody, there is not much more of a wow factor than getting that styrofoam crate sent to your house or sent to their house. You open it up and there's a couple of live lobsters in there with all the fixings. It's a wow moment, and it's outstanding. So I highly recommend lobster.
Right. It's an extremely unique gift. And when you mention being here in Chicago, I don't want to say landlocked because we have the Great Lakes and all of that, but it's unique to have a festival like this in the Midwest. And the Great American Lobster Fest is the largest producer of fresh seafood and the largest seafood festival in the Midwest. So we're very excited. It is unique. It is a lot of different flavors and taste buds. We have lobster. We have other seafood items. We have land food items because not everybody is into the crustaceans and shellfish and things of that nature.
Right.
We also have vegetarian options and vegan options and dessert options. We have some of the best desserts at this festival as well. Not to mention ice cold drinks. This is presented by White Claw. We have fantastic beer options, seltzer options, mixed drink, highlighted drinks, signature drinks, cocktails, wine and bubbles as well. So whatever your pairing is with your seafood, whether it be something sweet or something savory or ice cold drinks, we'll have it waiting at the pier.
And it's also a family-friendly event. You have bands throughout the day, right?
Yeah, Lobsterpalooza, right? It's 3 days of a full performance stage. We have DJs playing. Thanks to Navy Pier, this is an indoor and outdoor event. So if something were to happen in inclement weather on the pier, everything can be moved into the grand ballroom that can, host over 5,000 people at one time. So we're indoors and we're outdoors. There's entertainment on both stages. There's DJ entertainment. There's live music and bands. 3 days, as you mentioned, at least 4 different bands a day. And the cap off Saturday night is Navy Pier's fireworks show. I do believe it's the final fireworks show of the season. So it has a little bit of everything: DJs, live music, bands. Obviously, these are family friendly, and also a fireworks show on Saturday night.
So there's a little bonus for you. If you happen to go on Saturday night, you also get the Navy Pier fireworks show on Saturday night. And a little birdie told me that, yeah, they might even have a few fireworks left over for Sunday. Every now and then they do. So
Since I've been out there, I've seen fireworks go off on Sunday, and it's not promised, but I do believe that in Navy Pier's summer arsenal, some things are left over, and why let a good thing go to waste? So I
there
do
you go.
believe they put on a show more than once.
So again, this is the Great American Lobster Fest. It's Labor Day weekend. It is at Navy Pier. We're here with Nick Pobutsky from Green Curtain Events. They put this on every year. Again, it's a family-friendly event. So actually, if you actually just want to go and just like check it out and hang, you can do that.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's free to attend. So I would say there's three levels for Lobster Fest. One is it's free. Navy Pier is free. Come on down. You can select from a la carte food and beverage items galore while you're down there. And it's a cashless system. So you actually get a wristband, link a credit card, and you can go around to each vendor and then just buy what you'd like. The next step up would be guaranteeing your lobster meal experience. And that is that 1 pound and a quarter whole lobster boil with melted butter, corn, potato, dinner roll. Also comes with a drink, also comes with reserved seating areas and the festival experience, plus access to buy anything else you'd like to a la carte. Lobster macaroni and cheese, lobster bites, grilled shrimp skewers, you name it.
Oh.
There's the VIP level. Highly endorsed the VIP level. It's everything that we've mentioned before, but it's also 4 drinks, and it's access to a VIP lounge, which is the extreme southeast tip of Navy Pier, with a full access lounge for only VIP members. And we do additional sampling inside the VIP for 4 hours daily at the festival.
And I've been in that area before, and that VIP package is absolutely worth it because they really do additional sampling. I mean, you could basically just get full on the samples that they're providing throughout the day.
We have seafood and land samples and beverage samples. You also get a beautiful side view of the performance stage. So you're kind of sitting half backstage, half just adjacent to the main stage. So with good weather, I don't think there's a better place in the city to be than Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And something that's very important, depending on when you are watching or listening to this edition of Roker Radio, you can get yourself that guaranteed lobster meal experience or that guaranteed VIP meal experience right now, still for early bird pricing through August 28th. Is that correct?
Yeah, this Sunday marks the final day of guaranteed price locks. And after that, the festival will adjust to market price. As we all know, seafood can fluctuate and adjust. You did mention the festival comparatively to nice fine dining seafood restaurants. We're about 30% less than what you'd get at a seafood restaurant. And this one's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more casual. Plus, you get the live music and the patrons experience and shopping and other elements you want to do there. So we are less expensive than a seafood restaurant, and that price can be locked in until this Sunday, which is August 28th.
This is a great event to, grab the guys, grab the gals, grab your significant other, have a group of 4 go down, you know what I'm saying, and just have a great time at the pier, get your lobster fix on, check out some bands, have a few cocktails. It's all outside. It's Labor Day weekend. It really just all comes together nicely. But if you want to lock in that early bird pricing, you have until when again?
That's this Sunday night.
And what's the website, or where do they need to go to get all the information, buy tickets, etc.?
The best place for all items we talked about and to secure tickets and look for more details on the event is AmericanLobsterFest.com.
AmericanLobsterFest.com. AmericanLobsterFest.com. Go there, get all the information, get your tickets, get your VIP tickets, lock in those early bird prices, and get your clan together and go one of those days on Labor Day weekend down to Navy Pier and just have a fantastic time. I guarantee you will have a great time. Every time I've been there, every time I've brought people with me, they go, wow, I kind of wasn't expecting this. It was really, really fun. And you were telling me a little bit earlier about if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you've got a great Michael Jackson tribute band that's going to be there on what day?
That's Friday night. We have to have fantastic highlights every single day of the festival and night. So the band that you alluded to is the Ultimate Michael Jackson Spirits. It's called Who's Bad. And opening up before the Michael show is Angela Martin. She's Chicago's own Angela Martin. On Saturday, we have Aniba and the Soul Stars, which is one of my favorite bands. If you've been any year before, they've been with us for 4 years, and they've gradually come up the ranks, and now they're headlining Saturday night.
Oh, wow.
Right before them will be Marlon and the Shakes. And then Sunday night, the final band of the night is Rico, a tribute to Carlos Santana. But opening before Rico is Thornetta Davis. For you blues fans out there, she is the queen of the blues from Chicago to Metro Detroit. Thornetta Davis is amazing, and she's coming out on Sunday. And before her will be the Smiley Tillman Band, also a local blues Chicago band.
Awesome. So this brings up the question. So if you buy a ticket, if you buy a lobster meal or a VIP meal, are you buying it for a specific day?
Yes, it's online. It's for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Okay.
If something happens to your plans for families, or you want to avoid some sort of inclement weather, something of that nature, your meal is guaranteed. So you can come any day of the fest to use your pre-order once. But for inventory's sake and preparation's sake, quality control's sake, we do like to know within 95% accuracy who's coming between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
And that's the way we can make sure the freshness of the seafood, and also that there's no lines for check-in and no lines for meal redemption. We pride ourselves on that.
Yeah, I've when I have gone to pick up my meal, and by the way, the meal can either be that pound and a quarter lobster, or your meal can consist of a lobster roll, which
Correct.
if you've ever had a lobster roll, boy, can you describe a lobster roll?
Yeah. So if you love options, the main portion of your lobster meal is those two options: the whole traditional boil or a lobster roll. Believe it or not, you actually get more lobster meat in a lobster roll. I am a roll person myself. Maybe I'm too busy at the festival to actually be cracking and shelling and things of that nature. But I'm a lobster roll person, and simplicity with that. It's fresh bread, very light layer of mayo, a little bit of butter, grilled to perfection, place the meat, a little bit of special seasoning on top, and that's it. You really want to let that lobster meat take over your taste buds.
Right.
And it's a jumbo lobster roll on a Texas toast. It's New England style. We could also do Connecticut style, where we warm the lobster meat, which leads into other food items as well. We have grilled lobster grilled cheese. We have lobster sliders, both Connecticut rolls and lobster rolls. We have lobster burgers. We have fried lobster on a stick. We have grilled lobster tails. So I would suggest coming out there, getting a lobster meal in advance, because that's the best way to guarantee having a seafood entree. But then look at what else the fest has to offer and kind of just complete your taste buds and your nightcap with whatever you're feeling in that moment. Because we have seafood tacos, grilled, fried. We have an entire fry shack. We have barbecue. We've got loaded baked potatoes and fries and lobster nachos. We literally have everything that you could think of out there.
So grab those tickets up right now. Get that early bird pricing which ends on the August 28th,
Yep,
which
this
is
Sunday night.
Sunday the 28th. But you can purchase those guaranteed meals up until day of, correct?
Yes, there will be a limited supply sold day of. That includes online or at the festival. But I can tell you this from experience: usually around 5:30 on Sunday is when we start to get very tight with that inventory.
Mm.
So the folks that have bought a lobster meal, their lobster is protected
Is
and they're good
guaranteed.
to go. Yeah. But I bear witness that whole lobsters start to become scarce out there around Sunday evening, just before sundown, and the crew on the pier starts to get a little nutty, and it's amazing what people do for a whole lobster. But to help with that, we do have 15 lobster items to choose from alone, and over 40 food items to choose from as well. We make everyone happy at this festival.
And Nick has been kind enough to give us a pair of Lobster Meal Experience tickets to give away here on Roker Radio. So if you want to try and win that pair of Lobster Meal Experience passes, just DM me on Twitter at Roker Radio, and I will pick a winner at random after 12 noon on Wednesday, August 31st. Because I have to give enough time for them, because they're going to be very busy come Thursday. So I have to give Nick and the boys enough time for me to send them the info so that they can send you your tickets. So
we're excited. We're excited to do this. You'll be in direct contact with our team. The winner lobster meals will be sent to them via email. You'll be checking in with every other lobster attendee. It's a great experience. It's about $140 value for the pair of lobster meals, and it'll be very seamless, and we look forward to hosting your winner.
And we thank you for that. Now, that's not the only thing. You got that Lobster Fest is not the only thing taking up that beautiful mind board behind you, because literally no rest for the weary. When you're done with Lobster Fest, a month later, you've got something else coming up, the Wing Out Chicago.
Correct. Our team at Green Curtain Events, we work extremely hard, and we always are developing events as a series. And sure enough, less than 30 days before Lobster Fest loads out off Navy Pier, we will open gates for our 7th annual Wing Festival in Old Town. It's called Wing Out Chicago, and we've been there for many years. It's held at St. Michael's Church in Old Town, and we're actually based on coming out of the pandemic and kind of we're reinventing that festival. And there's a VIP component for all you can eat wings from over 20 vendors in the city of Chicago to start the day. But now we're making the festival open as well. So it's going to be 8 hours of fest time with live reggae music, also some blues and R&B intermixed. So we have great music. We've got over 20 wing vendors. We have a VIP all-you-can-eat experience. Then we have the a la carte options as well, very similar to Lobster Fest. So that is literally a quick turn 4 weeks after Lobster Fest is over. So we're excited to get back into Old Town and produce Wing Out Chicago.
So Wing Out Chicago is the weekend of October 1st and 2nd.
Correct. That's 2 days, October 1st and 2nd.
And what's the website for people to get more information about that and to get tickets for that?
2 websites, wingoutchicago.com, very similar to AmericanLobsterFest.com. Okay. And then our parent company, greencurtainevents.com. We'll have all of these with link outs and information on all the events we offer. And after we close gates on Wing Out, which is the first weekend in October, we always have beautiful weather for this festival. we then migrate into our indoor season for Halloween, New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, and really the fun keeps going.
So you have, boy, you like really no rest for you, Nick. So Wing Out, so Great American Lobster Fest, Navy Pier, and that is the weekend of Labor Day. Then you've got Wing Out Chicago in Old Town at St. Michael's Church, and that's going to be October 1st and 2nd. Now you're doing something else new around Halloween. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that will be another 4 weeks after Wing Out Chicago is done. But we obviously have a great relationship with Navy Pier. And with our pier partners, we'll be producing a Halloween experience. It's called the Hollows. And we say Halloween because it's going to be the Halloween weekend, the Saturday before Halloween weekend. This is going to be an annual event. And it's really going to be a full sensory immersive experience with electronic music. It's really rising above Halloween. You can dress in costumes. You don't need to. You can come with kind of a face paint or creepy looking eye contacts or things of that nature. You can come in just the clothes that you're wearing now. So we're trying to create a celebration more of being nocturnal and autumnal, the time of year, not just Halloween. So we're producing an experience. It's in the Aeon Grand Ballroom of Navy Pier. It is brand new. Tickets for this event are not even on sale yet.
Okay.
But we are featuring two nationally known DJs, Laid Back Luke and Drezzo. And tickets are going to be coming available at greencurtainevents.com and also navypier.org in the weeks ahead. But that is going to be a Hollows immersive nocturnal event. And then we would roll right into our New Year's Eve celebrations. This will be the second year of New Year on the Pier, which was a fantastic event celebrating as we approach 2023.
Everyone's always looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, somewhere to go. I usually always ended up hosting some event somewhere at some hotel sponsored by someone on New Year's Eve. So my New Year's Eves were pretty much always covered. What kind of things do you have going on at your New Year's Eve event at Navy Pier?
Well, the Grand Ballroom never disappoints.
Right.
So it's a fantastic venue. It is the largest dance floor in the Midwest. And also on New Year on the Pier, similar to Lobster Fest, they will do a fireworks show. City's fireworks show goes off at midnight. We also do balloon drops and confetti storms. And we have both bands and DJs perform for New Year on the Pier. And with the Hollows, we are creating a digital mapping, full globe of the Aeon Grand Ballroom takeover of a nocturnal moon with a 40-foot orb and aerialists and performers and actors. It's almost like a concert meets Cirque show.
Yeah.
Concert meets Cirque in the Aeon Grand Ballroom at Navy Pier. And that's about all I'm going to say about the Hollows, because there's a lot of mystique and mystery behind this. Clearly it's year one, but it will not be a secret for long.
So let's recap. You've got New Year's on the Pier. Are tickets available for that yet, or
they will be in the weeks ahead?
Okay.
We're going to get through the festival grind first, and that's making sure we deliver the most amazing event possible for the Great American Lobster Fest. It's coming up in 9 days. We open gates, and then Wing Out Chicago. Tickets have already been on sale for both of these events. And as soon as we turn the cap from festival season, the Hollows at Navy Pier and New Year on the Pier as well, both in the Aeon Grand Ballroom.
I've actually done New Year's Eve in the Grand Ballroom. This was years and years ago when I worked at V103, and George Clinton played.
Wow.
And he started playing at 8 p.m. and did not stop until 2 a.m.
When he was asked.
Yeah, right. And there was no like stopping to count down for midnight or anything. He just kept playing straight through. straight through. We're like, is it? We're like, it's like, we're like, it's 11:55. Are they going to stop? Are they going to say something? Oh well, I guess not. Happy New Year in 5 minutes. But so
That's
Navy
amazing.
Pier, a great place to spend your New Year's Eve, and you want to start making those New Year's Eve plans now. Grab that hotel room or whatever. Start making those plans now because it sneaks up on you.
At least know your destination. At least know your
Right.
destination of choice. And we actually produce 15 events for New Year's Eve, our company alone.
Wow.
So there's so many options out there, but New Year on the Pier, Aon Grand Ballroom, it's the exclamation point of Chicago New Year's Eve, and soon to be Chicago's Halloween weekend.
That is awesome. So New Year's on the Pier, New Year's Eve, the Hollows Halloween weekend at the Grand Ballroom
as well.
At Navy Pier as well. Wing Out Chicago, the weekend of October 1st and 2nd, and that's going to be at the St. Michael's Church in Old Town, and tickets are available for that now. But right around the corner, talking about Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it's the Great American Lobster Fest at Navy Pier. Get your tickets now, and you can pick up some early bird pricing if you get your tickets by Sunday the 28th.
This Sunday night, yes.
And again, the options for that, it's a free event if you just want to go and then just load up a wristband and do a la carte, you can do that. But if you want to get a guaranteed lobster meal, there are 2 different options. Can you go over those options again quickly?
Yep, there's the Lobster Meal Experience. It's a 1.25 pound lobster boil with sides, melted butter, dinner roll, potatoes, and corn. A drink of your choice. This is the event's brought to you by White Claw, so even hard seltzers are included with that drink of choice. You have reserved seating. Then you have the entire festival grounds, all the amenities from shopping and other food elements and items, and live music and DJs there. That's all included with the Lobster Meal Experience. One step above that is the VIP, which includes access to the VIP lounge where there's private restrooms. It's a great selling point. And there's also 4 drinks and 4 hours of sampling a day for VIP patrons.
And you bring up a good point. I always talk about the restrooms because ladies, I always say, ladies, I know how much you love using porta potties at festivals, right? Get that VIP experience, and that's not going to be a problem.
Nope, it's going to be a little bit more dressed up restrooms right there, extremely close in proximity. But also, as mentioned, because of the Aon Grand Ballroom and the indoor-outdoor festival, we have portos. We also have indoor restrooms. We have indoor seating in case it rains or it's a little bit windy. We have second floor balcony seating. So there's so many different facets of this event where you and your family or friends or couples can come on out and enjoy yourselves, and literally every type of element or atmosphere you're looking for in the moment.
It's a fantastic event. It's a great way to wrap up the summer. And like I said, grab the gang, get 4 guys, 4 gals, or, get your significant others, all go down there, and then just, you can play it any way you want, right? The guys can just sit around and do what they're doing, and the ladies can go out and do some shopping and 100%. Buy some stuff, right? I mean, it really is a fun time, and it works out really well. And the websites that they can go to get these tickets at are, again.
Yeah, for all the events we talked about, they're either live currently or will be live at greencurtainevents.com. That's our parent company. And then Lobster Fest, which is most immediate, is americanlobsterfest.com.
And you can also win a pair of Lobster Meal Experience passes, 2 of them. Just direct message me on Twitter at Roker Radio, and I will randomly pick a winner after 12 noon on Wednesday, August 31st. And then the Lobster Fest people will get in touch with you directly and send you your passes. You tell them what day you want to go. And, you can go more than one day. You can go, go after work on Friday, go back again on Saturday, or go Saturday and go, oh, that was pretty fun. Go back again on Sunday. You can't lose.
We have seen those patrons. We've had a few folks come in with business groups on Friday evening, letting out a little bit early. And then I've seen the same folks come back with their aunts and uncles and parents visiting later on that weekend. You hit it on the head. This festival is literally for every age group, every type of friend, family group. The people watching is amazing. And the music has got a nice broad range as well. That's going to make people very happy on the pier.
You do a fantastic job, Nick. I know that it is, it's taxing. It's a lot of work, but it's got to be very rewarding for you when you see the final product.
It has been of all the events Green Curtain puts on, the Lobster Fest has been the last one to come back. And I think it's almost serendipitous. I think it's a statement. I think it's a message that so many things are coming back to Chicago. And this one, it's just very, we're cautious with it and we're careful with it because of the integrity of that fresh seafood and that experience.
Sure.
It's got to be spot on. And we aim to make it that way. And we are really looking forward to Labor Day weekend, as you mentioned.
And it is, at the end of the pier, it is outdoors. It is in the ballroom as well. So if you're one of those people who are like, well, I don't know, am I ready to go back to a big event? Plenty of outdoor seating. A lot of it is outdoors. Navy Pier, of course, is outdoors. So you've got the comfort of indoors if you want it. You've got, outdoors if you're worried about, things going on in the world and you want to just stay outdoors, you got that too.
We have about a mile of space
yes.
to get as comfy and as and careful as you'd like to be, but great seating both on the north and south side of the pier, great sponsor activations, yard games, music, shopping, desserts, land food, and of course, seafood.
It's the Great American Lobster Fest, September 2nd through the 4th at Navy Pier. You can get that early bird pricing through August 28th. I would highly suggest that. I would also highly suggest the VIP meal experience. It's well worth it. The Lobster Meal Experience is awesome. And again, the only way you're going to get lobster like this fresh in the city of Chicago is if you end up going to a high-end restaurant. And I guarantee you, it's going to cost you more than you are getting your lobster at the Great American Lobster Fest. And you've got a lot more going on with it at the Lobster Fest, with the atmosphere and the music and so on.
Yeah, we don't require that jacket and tie either. You can come in your boat shoes and your flip-flops and your sunglasses and just enjoy yourself.
No jacket required. Quick. Did you know that old Phil Collins album, No Jacket Required? I
do. I'm a Phil Collins fan.
Okay, so you're older than you look. The reason he named his album No Jacket Required was because he tried to get into the pump room in Chicago and they wouldn't let him in because he didn't have a jacket.
I did not know that story, but I would have deduced that was why, but I never knew it was the pump room, and that makes it even better. I'm gonna go my. If you think I'm dating myself, my 3-year-old son is actually a huge Phil Collins fan to all the music he listens to.
Oh wow!
I can't wait to talk to him and tell him some of these stories as well. But that is we are a family company producing this for everyone who loves live music, seafood, family oriented. We can't wait to showcase this event once again.
So the Great American Lobster Fest, September 2nd through the 4th at Navy Pier. No jacket required. Nick Pobutsky, please, thank you so much. I know you're busy. You got to get back to work, but thanks so much for coming back on Roker Radio again, telling us all about this fantastic event. We can't wait to see you out there.
It was great to be back. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Nick. Thanks for checking out this edition of Roker Radio. Once again, be careful out there. Get vaccinated. Get boosted. Mask up if they ask. Do the right thing. And always be careful out there. Check me out on social media at Roker Radio. at Al Roker Jr. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.